Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, and welcome to the oldest challenge in Minecraft, the 404 challenge. Now you may be wondering, what is the 404 challenge? And to that I say, it's a challenge where you have a single Minecraft day to gather as many resources as you need on the surface before you have to dive into the massive cave beneath the gravel pit on the 404 seed. And of course, it wouldn't be a challenge without rules, so I'll go ahead and list them off for you. Rule 1. You have 1 day for resources. 2. No leaving the cave once you enter. 3. No torches. 4. No strip or branch mining. And 5. It's a hardcore challenge, so once you die, it runs over and you gotta restart. With that being said, let's get into the video. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. So, this is the 404 challenge. Now you may be wondering why I have hunger bars and whatnot, because the 404 challenge is a beta 1.3 thing. Well, I decided I was gonna start. I made the world in beta 1.3, which is why I already have wood. And then I thought about it, and then I decided, well, I'm just gonna make the world in version 1.0 so we can go to the end, because I'd like for there to be a definitive end to the game. Because while the challenge is cool and all, it's kind of weird to just like play the challenge until I die for a video. So I was like, why would I do that when I can just, you know, I can literally just switch versions and keep the same seed. The game plan here, or at least since we have daytime still, is to go around, find some seeds, hopefully. It doesn't look like I'm getting any of those. There's no grass because I generated the world in beta 1.3. So there's just no grass. So food is going to be a big issue. We can't get apples from trees, and we're going to need saplings. So, but I think I might try to run out a little bit and try to grab some seeds from grass that generates. Because I generated the cave. The cave is generated. And also keep in mind, I've never done this before. I have no idea what the cave is supposed to look like. So, now the challenge, it's kind of weird, because the challenge is made for beta 1.3, right? But it's never explicitly stated that it has to be in beta 1.3, so I'm going to say that this is fine. I generated the world to have the seed so that I could actually do the challenge, because you're supposed to do it on the 404 seed. But that seed only generates, like, that specific seed only generates in beta 1.3. So I swapped it to beta 1.3, you know, to get the correct generation. And so things might be a little different, but the premise of the challenge is still the same. Like, the spirit of the challenge is still there. So to me, that doesn't matter all that much. That I swapped it from beta 1.3 to version 1.0. To me, that's like, it's all the same. Because the challenge is not the challenge is not the seed. The seed is not the challenge. The challenge is that there's this massive cave and you have 1 day to gather resources, and you have to cope with your limited time and resources. My plan is, since we can't use torches, I'd like to use lava at some point, and I'd like to find pumpkins somehow, because pumpkins are a little rare in this version. We need to find a dungeon. So, but we're not allowed to strip mine. Now, I don't know what strip mining is defined as exactly, because I feel like strip mining is more so intent. If I intend to strip mine, then I'm strip mining. But if I'm trying to clear out a room so I can build, is that really strip mining? Because the challenge does not say I can't build, I can't mine. The challenge just says I can't strip mine. So that really leaves it up to interpretation, but that's kind of the beauty of the challenge, is that not everybody's going to do it the same. But the inherent challenge is still the same nonetheless. And that being said, I'm gonna kill this cow because I need food. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a farm up in time because I'm gonna need iron. So the whole idea of the challenge is that your resources are extremely limited, and you're in a lot of danger all the time. Fishing should be in the game. It's 1.0. So I don't imagine food will be an issue for too long, but it will be an issue. Like, food's already an issue, and I'm not even in the cave yet, because no animals have spawned. At least none that give me any food. What do I have, 5 saplings? I think, yeah, I'm fine on wood. We have 30 wood. We should be good. Unfortunately, there are no mushrooms. So, I'm not able to use those to my advantage. And the sun is just about setting. So, we're gonna have to go into that cave soon. So, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna break the gravel. Good lord. Okay, this is not good already. Okay, that is certainly a start, but we're next to lava, so that's something. Okay. We start off from humble beginnings. Very, very humble beginnings, because we're already about to die. But as soon as I mine up this coal, I should be able to get a furnace going. And once I get a furnace cooking my food, we should be back on our feet. Now that doesn't mean we're not in danger, but it does mean we at least can regen some of our health and not get one-tapped. Now, I did not make the smart play of grabbing any dirt while I was on the surface, so we're gonna have to figure that out so I can actually grow some crops, but I don't think dirt should be an insane issue. So, I don't want to block off that lava. That's something I definitely don't want to do. I'm gonna play a little safe here. I don't have any stone on me. I'm gonna mine up some of this stone so I can actually build. Because building blocks are the only thing that is gonna save me. Or they're the only thing that's, yeah, gonna stand in the way between the mobs and me. Because I do have to explore this cave. And I do need to get resources. First order of business though, I need to find some dirt. That would be a good first order of business. I'm not gonna toss that sword yet, because I need to make one, and I'd rather not be unarmed. But, now that we have a better sword, I'm tossing this one. There we go. Alright, iron. Iron is actually very good. I'm actually gonna mine that up immediately. And we have water. So we really have everything we need down here. We're pretty good. I'm not concerned about farming. I would like to get one started though, because I don't have any food on me. So, and we have some dirt. It's very good. Now, even though we don't have any armor, we do have some form of damage reduction, because swords can block, and that takes like 50% of your damage. It takes a percentage. I don't know how much, but it does take a decent amount. So, we're safer than we think. That doesn't mean we're safe, but we're safer than we think. So, okay. I was planning on that getting sucked into my inventory, but you know what? It's fine. It's cool. Cool beans. No worries. I don't know where I want to build my farm room at. I don't really want to build it right here. That might just be the safest option though. And I'm actually gonna build or make a hoe while we're at it. And then I'm gonna keep this iron on me. I don't think I'll need another bucket. Actually, I'm gonna make some boots just to have the extra damage reduction. And if I find any diamonds or anything, it'll be fine. We won't have to worry about it. We'll get them later. I'm gonna try to keep the spirit of the challenge alive, and I'm not gonna like mine out a direct area to, how do you say? I'm not gonna mine out an area directly to farm, but I'm gonna carve out the environment around us, if that makes any sense. So I'm not going to mine out a dedicated room, but I will alter the environment around. And then maybe once we have a good, like, I don't know, sustained, like, you know, like we have diamonds, like we're in a pretty good spot, then I'll start mining out a room. Because the hardest part is getting started, I think. Well, the hardest part is actually probably trying to find the end, but the hardest part, or the second hardest part, is probably getting started. So I feel like once we're pretty good off, having like an extra couple iron in our pocket, maybe a couple extra diamonds when we have full diamond gear, doesn't really matter that much. I'm gonna mine down right here. Actually, I'm gonna do myself a solid. I'm gonna put this water in the hole and take that lava, because I think I'm gonna make my farm right here, because it's a pretty flat area already. So there we go. And then I'm gonna start planting these, so we'll always have something growing. Maybe a little slow at the start, but it'll kick off. I will say this challenge definitely does keep you on your toes. I don't feel like we're out of the woods yet. So it might be a little botched for now, but we'll fix that and worry about that later. Yeah, I kind of need you to like not hit me for a second. Okay, well, I need to die, so. Honestly, I think the next thing I might want to work on is trying to get this area around us a little bit more lit up, which shouldn't be that hard to do. In theory. Alright, so it's a little bit safer over here. And I'm actually gonna go take this water over here. Okay, dude. That's why you're dead. I'm actually gonna make an infinite water source really quickly, so that I don't have to go venture out for more water. I can just have infinite. There we go. We need to establish a source or a way to get wood. So I'm gonna start mining or setting up a room for that. The idea here for me is that I'm not trying to, what do you say? I'm not trying to mine out any major rooms, but I am trying to make progress, if that makes any sense. So like, I need an area to grow trees, and I'd rather not. Can I build? Anyway, as I was saying, I'm trying to make progress, but I'm not trying to alter the cave too much. But the spirit of the challenge is still the same. I guess you could really be, however, like, you could either be like super by the book or not really by the book. I guess I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. Because, I mean, you're supposed to go all the way down, but, like, that's such, like, I don't know. I low-key forgot about that. But to me, that doesn't really alter the challenge too much. So, I'm not too concerned about that. Because the main appeal to me is you have limited resources and not a whole lot of ways to get around that. Dude, I need to make an actual fishing room because, like, the fishing rod is just bugging out. And I don't think it works if it goes all the way underwater. I don't think I can grow a tree here. Okay. I'll save that for later. I'll try to find like a wider area to do that in, or optimize the area I already have a little bit more. I don't know, I don't feel like this room is very, I don't think this is it. I don't think this is the place to make the tree farm. I'm not hurting on wood or anything. I'm hardly using any of it actually, so I'm going to take my time with that. I will, however, though, move some of my stuff into that room. I think I'll make that my main room, as opposed to this little room I have here. Oh, okay. Dude, blocking is so overpowered, dude. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm just not taking any damage with this armor and the blocking. Yeah, I think my big goal right now is just getting that tree room set up, so I'm gonna do a little bit, English, I'm gonna do a little bit of exploring. Try to find some sort of room that I could use for the tree farm. I'm not gonna take that lava from right there, though, because that's the only light source that's right there. I'm gonna keep taking from that little pond right there, because it is very plentiful. I think this might be the spot, because it's a very wide open area. So I'm gonna polish up this room a little bit, just to make it a little more spacious, I think, a little bit more open and organized. Okay, I'm actually gonna break this little wall I set up before. I'm probably gonna expand at some point. Also gonna build a roof right here. Because I don't want any unexpected visitors dropping in on me. There we go. Dude, I'm like surrounded on all sides. Good lord. This is really only good for me. I'm actually gonna keep my back to this wall because I'm not trying to get knocked into the lava. There we go. Up, there we go. Blow 'em up, there we go. Attaboy. Oh, there we go. Alright, it was a space issue. Okay. That's awesome, actually. So now we've fixed the wood issue. Wood is no longer an issue. I would have preferred if the tree didn't turn into a giant oak one, but also I'm not displeased with that. Oh, there we go. Jackpot. Alright, I'm gonna mine up this gold really quickly. Yeah, diamonds. That's huge, though. That's great. Okay, I'm gonna go try to put some lava lamps in the areas we have been. To try to mark down where we don't need to go again. You? Lava. Yeah, here we go. So this appears to be the kind of upper levels of the cave. So it's a little bland up here, a little boring. Nothing much to see. I'm gonna keep that open just for the light, but I shouldn't be able to get knocked into that one block hole. I'd low-key like to decorate a little bit, so I'm actually gonna... Okay, dude, you're so funny, ha. I'm actually gonna grow a couple trees so I can chop them down. Just because I still want to achieve that classic Minecraft feeling. Because, I mean, is it really Minecraft if you, like, bolt from start to finish, I guess? No. I have an idea. So, I'm gonna let those leaves deteriorate on their own. Oh my goodness, bro was just waiting for me. You silly guy. Silly dude. Oh, dude, why are you guys in my... No, get out. Why are you guys in here? Clearly I didn't light this area up enough. So, I actually kind of want to take the leaves from the tree and do something with those, so Tall tree alert. I think I definitely want to start expanding the farm a little bit, because as it is now, it works, it exists. It's not like efficient or anything, but it works. So I think I'm definitely gonna do a little bit of expanding. Didn't really think that went through, but it's okay. So I don't think I'm gonna go like totally crazy with this farm or anything, but I would like it to look a bit nicer than it does at the moment, which isn't a very high bar to pass up, but I would still like it to look nice. Pretty soon I'm gonna have to find an alternative to glass, because I'm not gonna be able to sustain the glass forever. Maybe I could get away with using fences, because I don't think fences burn in this version, at least. Alright, so I've got a couple goals. There's stuff that I want to work on. I think, yeah, over here, locked in. I do want to kind of spruce up the base a little bit, because, you know, we're going to be here for the whole run, so, locked in versus geeked out. Okay, so I think this is going to be the main tree farm, this area right here. So I'm going to go ahead and spruce this area up a little bit. I'm also going to move this glass up a level, because these are all a level up, they're a block up, and it's really going to throw me off that this is like that. So I don't even need to get rid of all the glass. I can just do that. Okay, there we go, and we're good. Wait, I'm dumb. Okay, I might have to like rework how my farm is set up. I might have to make a separate room for that, I'm not gonna lie. Because as it stands now, this is not a very good setup. Because what the idea I had is that I wanted to put a water bucket in that dispenser, and then I was gonna like have a little button over here that had redstone leading to the dispenser, so I could just hit the button and the water would break all the wheat, and I could just replant it. But I think I'll probably do that somewhere else. And you know what? I'm gonna do myself a favor. I'm gonna make a little smelting area over here. Let me see how that looks, just real quick. You know, I kind of like that. I think, yeah, we might do that. And then I'll have like a little, yeah, okay. I see the vision. I almost forgot to turn my music off, my bad, guys. Dude, I wish stone cutters were in this version. I think the stone cutter is like one of my favorite functional blocks in Minecraft, just because it makes like making different types of stones so much easier. Hear me out. I need to figure out where I'm going to put the lava, because I want to have lava there. I know that for sure. So I think if I have lava coming from the ceiling, and then, oh yeah, we're so good. Now if I can make an anvil, I don't know if anvils are in this version. I'm so dumb. Okay. I don't know if anvils are in this version, but if they are, I would love to have an anvil in the little blacksmith area. But if not, it is what it is. I think I'll honestly leave the roof as it is. And honestly, okay, instead of having that just peeking out there the whole time, I'm gonna block that off and just put a lava lamp in there, because I'm really tired of having that like constant hole in the ground. I'm not really a big fan of that, so I would like to get rid of that, so I am. That is exactly what I'm doing. I'd kind of like to have a checkerboard like how that is, kind of pattern on the floor here, but the only thing stopping me is this lava lamp right here, which I kind of like. So I might just replace this with cobblestone, I think. I'll try that. See how that looks. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm aware that I could use lava as a resource, like to smelt, or sorry, not resource, as fuel, but for the moment, I'm trying to use lava exclusively for light, and then I'll use the coal as like furnace fuel. Mainly because if I want to use lava as a fuel source, I need more buckets, and I don't have that much expendable iron. And I also need to light that area up. It is pitch black in there. I don't want this this cave to just be like a place of work, if that makes any sense. I want to turn this house into a home. I want to have like the lava like very visibly like there. Dude, I love like that there's so much lava, because you never get to build with lava in Minecraft. Like it's so hard to find, but there's so much in this cave. I'd also like to make a pond at some point, like for fishing, because trying to fish in like a shallow source does not seem to work, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's understandable. So I'm gonna start digging up some of this ground so that I can actually plant trees. And by dig up the ground, I mean renovate the entire floor. I know a tree can grow right there. I think trees need like a 5x5 area. That's what I read, so... I think I'll do like the entire border, or sorry, interior as dirt, and then I'll border it. Ignore that spaz attack. Oops. Yeah, I just heard the spider behind me and started swinging. Okay, so my biggest issue right now is the roof. We need to expand the roof. If we don't do that, then they're not gonna grow, so... I'm gonna see how planting it right there goes. Hey! Now we're getting somewhere, okay. Okay. That Loki scared me. Oops. I literally couldn't see it all in there. I think I'm gonna put a door somewhere like right here. And then I kinda wanna make this corner over here the storage room. I have to figure out like what aesthetic I want for each room. I think for the storage room I might go with another like log and cobblestone. That sounded awfully close and I don't like that. But I might go for another like log and cobblestone aesthetic, or maybe I'll use planks, because I've yet to use planks. I think that'd be a good idea. I'm gonna use planks. Just trying to think of like a simple like design I can put on the wall to make it like not just like one block, because one block, I don't know, like if you build like a box, I guess, like if you make a wall just one block, I don't know, it just looks kind of boring to look at. What to do? Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna put lava in each corner, but I'm gonna cover it by glass. Man, that was almost bad. Okay, so we made a lot of renovations. I'm gonna try to explore a little bit. Armor's looking really busted up, but I'll keep going. And I'm actually gonna dig up this area a little bit because I do want to add some stairs, because this is kind of like a weird terrain to walk across. But I'm super like pleased with the base renovations we have. It's come a long way in not a large amount of time. Oh, lapis. Lapis doesn't serve a huge purpose, but I do want it for decorative. Like as a decorative block. Bro, there's no way. I'm not even gonna try to get that skeleton loot, like it's not worth it. I'm not dying to that. That's the silliest way to die. I would like an enchantment table though, at some point. Ooh, and then we can make an enchantment room. That'd be pretty sick. I just thought about it, but it would be really cool if I somehow had like a minecart going around like the entire cave, or like I had some sort of minecart system. You silly guy. Get out of here. No, 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 no. Okay. Honestly, that was probably the best outcome that could have happened, because I like ran face first into a creeper and didn't die. I think right now, honestly, my biggest priority is going mining, because I'm really like lacking resources. Like, if anything, I need more coal, I need more iron, I need diamonds. Okay, why does it do that? Wait. Okay, I don't know, like why when I open this furnace, my mouse is in the bottom left corner. That's so weird. And then like it'll drag my camera to look at where my mouse was. Gonna mine the ceiling coal real quick. And then I'm gonna go keep exploring the caves. Honestly, I need to go down instead of going up, so I'm gonna go not up there. I'm actually gonna go down. I'm gonna secure this area just a little bit. This could get really dicey really fast, and I'm not a fan of that. Where? Yeah, I might have to turn my brightness up for this. It's so dark. Wait, oh my goodness. Diamonds, let's go. Oh my goodness. Okay. The good thing about this, though, even though there's a lot of skeletons, I'm getting a lot of bones. So I'm a-okay with that. Because the more bones means, or the more bones I have, the faster I can get wood and get like food and just a whole bunch of necessary resources I need. So I'm a-okay with that. But it's always been kind of odd to me how like lapis is like something you can mine with a stone pickaxe, because lapis is like that weird like middle ground in terms of progression. It's not necessary, but it's not unimportant. Because I guess in this version it kind of is. It's like more of a decorative thing, but you need lapis to enchant in later versions. So it's like this weird middle ground for progression. I don't mind it. I actually like that you can mine it with a stone pickaxe. I think that's actually pretty cool. But again, it is like this weird middle ground. Can I get that water from here? I don't think I can. It is very weird mining all this coal and not getting experience with it. Again, I don't mind not getting experience from mining ores, but it's a nice little extra bonus for mining ores. It feels like, I don't know, you get that quick dopamine hit when you mine it, because you hear the little experience pickup sound. So it's nice. It was a good addition. My only issue is that it definitely does inflate the needed amount of experience to enchant. Okay, so I need to find that diamond that I saw before. I think it was like over here, maybe? I feel like it was. Yeah, okay. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna mine around, try to see if I can find any more. But that's huge. So we have a diamond pickaxe now. I don't think I'm honestly, I'm not gonna make a diamond pickaxe immediately. I honestly don't think gold has much of a purpose in this version. Because, I mean, you can't get apples from trees. You can only get apples from dungeons, I think. And strongholds. So, apples don't serve much of a purpose. Or not, sorry, not apples, gold. Gold doesn't serve much of a purpose since you can't make golden apples with it. But it is a cool decorative block, I guess. I'd have to look at all the uses for gold. At least in the early versions. Because in the later versions, like, you can make golden carrots, and, like, some of the best food sources are from gold. So, I do like how the ore looks, though. I'm not gonna lie. I think I definitely like how the Minecraft ores look before the whole, like, texture rework that they introduced. Which, don't get me wrong, the new textures are beautiful. Like, they are stunning. I love them. But there's something about the ores in the older versions that just does it for me. Like, they all have this, like, pretty, like, valuable, like, glistening rock look to them, if that makes any sense. And they're all, like, these very pretty colors. Like, gold has a very, like, nice mix of white, yellow, and orange. Redstone is a nice red. Diamonds are a very nice, like, teal, light blue, like just very pretty colors. So, they all have the feeling that they're very valuable. And I really do like that about them. Because they are inherently valuable. And I just like being able to see that in the ores. Also, I am running out of food, so I am gonna hightail it out of here soon. I don't actually, now that I think about it, I don't even know if we can make an enchantment table, because I didn't get any leather, I think. Maybe, I think. Oh wait, no, I got some. But also, like, I'm not gonna be able to put books around it, which is not good. With that being said, I'm gonna prioritize diamond tools or diamond armor over the gonna prioritize diamond armor and tools over an enchantment table. Goodness. I'd like to put some lava up there at some point because mobs just spawn all the way over there. And it's not really fun having skeletons just camp over there and shoot me. Not a fun thing that happens. I think it's kind of cool how, like, I've seen other people do the 404 challenge, and I think it's kind of cool how, like, people do it on different versions. Which is why I'm kind of doing it on 1.1. Not 1.1, 1.0. But I think it's kind of cool how people do it on different versions, because I feel like I don't know if it's, like, if this is true, but, like, I'd imagine the cave generation is probably a little different. Considering the 404 seed doesn't generate the same in every version. So I'd imagine that the caves aren't always the same, but they're always, like, really big. So that's pretty cool if they're not always the same. So you always get, like, a different 404 challenge, depending on which version you're on. Dude, why do I knock, like, enemies, like, 50 light years away from me? I just thought about it, but maybe I could, like, make slabs to, like, put over the lava. Because light goes through slabs. It's kind of weird. But light goes through slabs, and since I don't have glass, I could just put the lava underneath a slab and the light would still go through it. I might be cooking. I think the constant mobs are more annoying than anything. Because they're not... I'm not going to say they're not a threat, but the threat they pose individually is so marginal. Like, a skeleton around here would be dangerous because he might be able to knock me into the lava, and the lava is going to kill me. The skeleton isn't going to kill me because he just doesn't do enough damage. Cave was my favorite. It's weird because, like, I want to build, but, like, I need a balance of, like, building and progression. Like, yeah, I guess I could, like, build, like, forever and, like, constantly improve, like, the base we have, but, like, we've come, like, such a long way, so I think it's time for some progression. Like, I don't think I mean, as great as constantly building is, we do have an established base. And that's not to say I'm not going to build more, but like, sometimes you have to progress. Are they trying to attack each other? Because where he goes, he follows, and where the skeleton... What? They're trying to attack each other. Okay. You know what? You know what? Awesome. I love that. Up, and they're both dead. Yep, wait for it. Yep, there we go. Gonna make a little fountain. Just because I have a fountain in my other world. It was in the 1.0 video I had, which you should totally check out, by the way. But I have a fountain underground in that world, and I was like, why not have one here? It'd just be cool. So I'm gonna make a fountain. Just cause. Going to the nether is actually great, because once I'm in the nether, that means I can get netherrack, and netherrack stays on fire forever, so I don't have to worry about lava anymore. And honestly, because why not, I am gonna make maybe a diamond sword or a diamond helmet. Yeah, I'll make a diamond sword. Pretty decent upgrade. And then I'll save the rest. Good lord, dude. Ugh. From where? Why? Certainly not over here. It's not... I don't think it's that dark. Maybe? But you can't have another portal without filling in the corners, so I'm gonna fill in the corners with, you know, I'll do lapis. I think that's the theming for that area, so... I don't ever see anybody actually build out of lapis, so I thought I'd take this opportunity to do that. Well, I can see where the lava is. Now, as far as this is concerned, we shouldn't have too many issues. Zombie pigmen are only dangerous if you attack one of them. But I don't intend on doing that at all, so we should be fine. And there's bedrock. Got it. Oh, yeah, we are at the bottom of the nether. That would make sense. That would make sense. Okay. I guess I'm gonna go back to the portal then. I'm gonna mine up. Hey. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I think, honestly... So we know there's a blaze spawner over there somewhere. At least I think there is. That's what I'm assuming that's why we saw the blaze. So I'm gonna try to build up a little bit. I'm gonna save my cobblestone for when I'm trying to build over somewhere a little bit more dangerous, but we are right next to the nether fortress, so I think we'll be fine. I'm taking soul sand as if nether wart grows in the overworld. It doesn't. Which kind of blows, because I'm not, like I've said before, I'm not AFKing for potions. It's just not happening. I will totally use these to make potions, though. Potions will be very useful. I might make some regen if I get some gas tears. Oh wow, I just got the perfect spawn for these guys. Because they can't fly up or do anything. So I'm going to try to kill some of these guys for a while. We literally got the perfect spawn for it. Because the roof prevents them from flying up and getting out of my range, so... Now 26, so I think I should be good to get out of here. So I'm gonna eat some of this, and then I'm gonna bulk it. Oh yeah. Okay, that's kind of cinema. Yeah, this netherrack is just, dude, it's so much better than having to carry around lava. Because carrying around lava just takes so long to do anything. Because, like, I don't know, to me, it gets to a certain point where it's like, it's not really challenging to use lava. It's just, like, burdensome. Like, it just makes playing the game more annoying. Because taking away my ability to see, for the most part, I can still see mobs, for the most part. It might take me a second, but I can still see them. But, like, not being able to like see like what's in front of me is just like annoying for the most part. Oh. We just found a dungeon. We just found a dungeon. We just found a dungeon. Die, bro. Get off me. Ugh. Out of here. Riveting dungeon loot. Okay. That's it. That's it. That's all you got for me. No apple or anything. I mean, I'll take it, I guess. Oh, they grew. Genuinely gave me like goosebumps. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I'm gonna go back and explore that area that I saw before with all the spiders. Because that sounded like an abnormal amount of spiders. So that was either a mine shaft, or that was a spawner, or just something that's gonna have a lot of spiders. So that is a separate spawner. Oh, those are cave spiders. That's no bueno. Not good at all. Okay. Trying to tread lightly here. Never mind, they're not cave spiders. I don't know why I thought they were. That's insane. There are 2 spider spawners that are right next to each other. Crazy. Well, if I can find an Enderman somehow, then hopefully he'll drop me in. Oh well. There's the answer to my question. There's the somehow. Eat up real quick. He didn't want to drop that ender pearl. Shame. It's okay. Why are there so many? Yeah, that would explain why. So I think the game plan now, because we've gone as far that way as we can, the game plan now is to just kill an Enderman, try to get an Ender Pearl, and go over there and throw the Eye of Ender and see where it takes us. Because if it takes us back this way, we're good. We're in good shape. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to figure out how to get over there. Up? Okay, so we're going that way now. You may be wondering where the rest of the footage is, and to that I say, this is quite literally it. The rest of the footage is me running around in the dark for 2 hours waiting for Enderman to spawn. And I'm not lying, here's some of the gameplay just sped up by like 500%. Like, I literally sat here and waited. Like, I started blocking off light sources, like I did what I could. The only thing I could do more was block off every single light source we had previously established. And I don't think it's worth it at that point. Because then I have to go back through and put all of them back. It's just not worth it. But anyway, we did everything the challenge asked of us. We got to the very end. We explored the whole cave, fair and square, didn't break any of the rules. So, because of that, I'm gonna declare this challenge complete with a question mark. Because we literally did everything in the challenge. We can't do more. That being said, I just want to thank y'all so much for stopping by. I really appreciate y'all staying till the end, and this was a lot of work to put together, but I enjoyed it, so hopefully it got a little chuckle out of you, maybe a little giggle, maybe even a little exhale laugh, whatever it was. Thank y'all so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see y'all in the next one.